Hi there. Welcome to a bit of my day. I'm holding my camera with my hand, which is why it might be making you a little seasick. But I figured I've got to show you something first, so that we can just get this over with. And that way, some of you who might be sad, but most of you are probably going to say, "Yeah, good for you." I bet 99% of you are going to say, "Yeah, good for you." So hold on. I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to explain what I've done. Okay, so here we are. We're over at my Monica's Closet. If any of you who have watched Friends know the episode with Monica's Closet, and that's what this usually is, although it's quite tidy right now. I'm quite proud of myself. So my true confession is in here, and I thought, let's get it over with. So there's my shelves. There's where I have the magnet things stuck where I keep all my dies for my Sizzix. That's really handy for me. And there's some books that eventually will become Christmas journals someday, and more papers because I need more papers, paints. Down here is a bunch of... Oh, why is the light not... Anyhow, it's not showing up. So that's my tax paperwork. I don't even want to think about it. Here's what I want you to see. I put the box back. You know what? My heart wasn't in it. My heart was just not in it. Now, I haven't been feeling well for a long time. I had that cold. It was a doozy of a cold. And then this doozy of a cold really, really set off my dystonia that I have. And it's just been... It got to the point where I was thinking, I've got to go upstairs. I've got to work. I got to finish the Crested Titmouse journal. And then I was thinking, I don't feel like it. I don't want to. My heart just wasn't in it. And you know what? I made an executive artistic decision and decided I'm going to put it away. And it's going to have to wait another year. And maybe this will be the first journal that I do next October. When I start my Christmas journals next October, I'll get it done then. And maybe I'll have a renewed enthusiasm for it, because right now I'm watching so many videos of other journal makers who are just, they've moved on and they're making all these wonderful journals, and I feel like I'm stuck in the past. And not in a good way, because we like old things. But this is old out of my own fault. Anyhow, so let's go over to my desk and I'll show you what I'm going to be working on now. Let's go. Before we go over to the desk, let's take a little detour and say hi to Kirby. She's going to have a snooze, right? You're going to have a snooze? Say yes. All right, here we go. We're going to go up and over there, and I'm going to show you what I'm up to. Hold on. So, again, I hope I haven't disappointed too many of you, that I was not looking forward to coming up to my happy place here. And part of me was thinking, Catherine, you've got to learn to finish through on a project. And so then I was thinking, even if I do one folio a day of, whatever fussy cut or that I was going to put on it. And uh, and then it just got to the point where I think, okay, I need to go upstairs. And I was thinking, I don't want to go upstairs. And I thought, this is supposed to bring me joy. It's my happy place. And for whatever reason, I think mostly I'm watching my favorite journal creators, and they've moved on to so many wonderful journals. And I feel like I'm still stuck in the past, and not in a good way, because we all love things from the past. Those of us who make this kind of a junk journal, we love those past things. So, I made the decision, and I thought, nope, I'm going to try my best to do that journal first next fall, when I start doing Christmas journals in October. So I'm going to try my best. Hopefully I will feel inspired, and I'll put some Christmas music on to get myself in the mood, and then it will be ready, and then it will definitely be ready if somebody wanted to use it as a solstice journal. I did get a little bit further in it. I did finish the text block and got it all sewn together and even glued into the cover. But I changed some things in it, and you're going to have to wait till October to see that. In the meantime, so again, welcome to a bit of my day. If you're new here, I'm Catherine, and quite often, yes, the beginnings of my videos are this chaotic, and yes, I usually do talk too much. It will be more like we're sitting at a kitchen table having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee together and just having a good old chat. I don't necessarily do tutorials per se, but rather get to work on the next journal that I'm working on, and hopefully maybe you learn something along the way if you're new and you're wanting to learn. And those of you who already know what you're doing, well, you're just like me then, and you enjoy watching what other people are up to when they're making journals. So this is the one I feel like working on. I thought, I'm going to start small and do a cute little journal. I feel like doing a pretty journal. So this one, I loved the spine of this journal. And it's actually, you can't read that font very well, but it's called Nathan the Wise, which I rather like, because I have a grandchild named Nathan. And it's a play in 5 acts. So I thought, well, that's a perfect size, because I'll probably put 5 signatures in there, and I'll just put the first page of all the acts into each signature. And I love that it's still got the original library tag still glued to it. Of course, I love the color. I love the burgundy color. And this book is old. Somebody named Jones owned it at some point. And looks like it was written by a woman, Emilia Galati. I need to look into it a bit more. This little bit of artwork here, I love it as well. It looks like an old man looking through a stack full of books. I love that. And it was published in 1888. So pretty cool. Translated from the German. So it was originally, by Gotthold Ephraim Lessing. A dramatic poem in 5 acts. Very interesting. Anyhow, you know what? I shouldn't be surprised that it is that it was from German, because this is the font that I see quite frequently. I have a few German Bibles and German church books and hymn books, and they really, really love, the old books love this font. Do you see that fancy font? Nathan in a traveling dress, Dana meeting him. Ah, Dana? Daya? No, that's Dana. No, it is Daya. Oh, see? It's very hard for me to... I was going to say Dana makes sense, because Dana is one of those names that is a man's name or a woman's name. But anyhow, so there we go. This is going to be Nathan the Wise, Act 1. So that will be a good first page for the folio. So I have a feeling this is cracked. So the first thing we're going to do is be taking out this page, but finding somewhere else to put it in. I really love this, and part of me is tempted to leave the end papers as the original end papers. I've got some old library, that looks like it was a library envelope, and you can see where it imprinted on the other side. And I could probably glue it right over top of that again. I'll think about it. Anyhow, so like I said, I was thinking about a girly book for it, and I was thinking about putting a carte de visite on the cover, perhaps. When it's a little book like this, I don't necessarily want to take up too much room by putting a book plate on it. And then I was thinking maybe make a ribbon with the book, the carte de visite, as a cover with ribbons to tie around, the way I did with Marmaduke. If you've been watching me for a while with Marmaduke, I thought about that. So then I thought about using this lady. I got started a while back making a carte de visite from her, and she's actually my grandchildren's great-great-great-grandmother. Lovely lady. Her name was Catherine Jane Henry. She was from Ireland, and her husband was a tailor, so hence her beautiful outfit. I'm quite sure she had quite a few lovely outfits hanging in her closet. That would be a nice thing to have a husband who's a tailor. Anyhow, I thought about using her and making one of my faux carte de visite. And then part of me thought, oh, and I've got these frames, so I could, use one of these frames to really make it look like the real deal. But then part of me thought, gee, that looks nice. One of my things that I wanted to try and encourage myself to do more is to use what I've got. So then I went through my real deal carte de visite, and I came up with these two ladies that I like very much for two different reasons. I like this one because I like the black that's on here, and I love that there's gold around the edge. And again, because it's a real one, I'm tempted to do what I did before and maybe put eyelets here so that the ribbons can go around and just hold it into place. I'm very tempted to do that. Or else I have this one, and I love her too. And I love her for a different reason. I love her because this little tiny line that's around the edge is pretty well the same color as the corners and the spine, the fabric for the spine. So I haven't decided yet which lady. This looks really nice. The shading of her dress and the black really brings out the tiny flowers that are on the paper part here. And I think I'm leaning towards using her. On the other hand, I don't see why I need to be able to use the back. You can tell that this is a real deal. And I just think it would look so nice to just attach it right to the cover and use her. I've got time to think about it, and you've certainly got, you can pipe in down below in the comments and tell me which one you think. Use Catherine Henry, or use this lady. We'll say the lady with the black border, or the lady with the yellow border, I guess we'll say. Which one you like better. And those of you who have seen my faux carte de visite, I can make this look very, very legit. So don't let this edging, it will be gone. So don't let that make your judgment for you, because she will, I just haven't made her look old. But if you can put your imagination cap on. I also like that the color that I used, this sepia tone, when I printed her off, is very similar to this burgundy that's on the corners and on the spine. So that plays into it too, that she might be appropriate. Even though she's not real, she's lovely. And she's got a beautiful name, and it's even spelled correctly. And I love the name Henry. I was rooting for Henry for one of my sons. I didn't win that one, but I do like their names that they ended up with. But I love the name Henry. I was actually kind of sad when Prince Harry was born and they announced that his name was Henry, and there were a few other names. You know them, they have like 5 names. But then they said that he would be called Harry. And I thought, oh, rats, I love the name Henry. I think it's a great name. If I ever have a boy dog, he's going to be named Henry. Anyhow, so 1888, this book, and it's a nice little size for a journal. And then I raided some stuff already because I feel like doing a pretty journal. So I just thought, if this is a lady's journal, I raided my box of things, and I realized I don't know when the last time I put buttons in a journal. So many things I just had stopped using. So the buttons are going in this journal. And I kind of liked that. Pot menders. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's for lids, or I don't know. And then part of me thought of using 2 of these as because there's little screws and they've still got the little backing on them to hold her onto the cover, or put one up there and one down there, because there's 2 that match. So I thought about that when I pulled these out. So I don't know. Again, let me know what you think. I was going to use this in another journal, and then I couldn't find it, and so it didn't get put into the other journal. So now it's going to go in this journal. And then I just started gathering little old things. These are out of a book I have of Victorian things, so I haven't fussy cut them yet. And I love when Anna at Made by Grenath puts, she'll put a little collage of like little labels on the back of her book. So I always give her credit because it's her idea, and I hope she doesn't mind that I do it, because I just love, I love that she puts the little things back here. So I wasn't sure whether I want to, you know, if I want to put anything back there. And so those are all options. I think I'd make that a little older looking, but I like it. And then I have some other things here. This was obviously at one point scrapbook paper. This is old, and I forget how old. Price was 35 cents. If I watched all my old videos, I could find out how old it is. It belonged to my friend's great aunt. There's some more that was off of the same page. So these are all just little, you know, I don't know. I liked her. I thought that looks like something a lady might save, thinking, oh, I love that hat. I'd like to have it. Now, I think I put one in the basket, forgot that I put it in the basket, and put another one in the basket. But I loved this. I found these at my Weigh and Pay store years ago. Hence, I need to start using what I've got. And I loved it because it said Clark Brothers on it. And my husband's company, that was started by his father and his uncle, the original name of it was Clark Brothers. And that's spelled correctly. Now, this is a different kind of company. This Clark Brothers, there were a few other papers with it, and it was sewing machine parts. And so, which makes sense, because here it says chain stitch needles, and then it has numbers on it and how many. Anyhow, I just loved that it said Clark Brothers, because there's still lots of Clark Brothers. And then I was thinking, well, if I use the one that says chain stitch needles on it, I could put in this little vintage needle booklet, especially in the center of a folio. Wouldn't that be perfect and look so pretty? Again, I got to start using these things. I look for them and I hunt for them in thrift stores, and I'm not using them. And I have more than one of these, this exact one. So there's no reason not to use it. Anyhow, this is a postcard. That's a sketching by Paul Gauguin. Bertha Morisot. She was born in 1885, or it was made in 1885, not sure. I just loved that. I like pictures that have dogs in them. So that, and if you see anything here that you gave to me, thank you very much. That's from Renoir. She's not as curvy as he usually makes his ladies. And loved these. These were from those books I have. Again, for a lady book, maybe some stitching and some lace. Oh, here's more things that I thought I might put on the back. This was out of a made exclusively for Ada Mackenzie. So made exclusively for Ada Mackenzie Limited. Maybe the woman on the front cover's name is Ada. Anyhow, I have a couple of these, which I like. I think that you put them inside clothing so that you can put your bra strap through them, and it holds up. Well, not necessarily bra strap. It also could be, there once was a time, bras are relatively new in the fashion industry, so there once was a time it was simply the straps for your slip that you wore underneath your dress, because your corset held the girls up, not the bra. I liked her too. And then there's some pages out of the, it's a reprint of the 1908 Sears Roebuck, but it's a tiny one, which I really love. So I just thought, oh, and I mean, come on. See, this is why I want to do one of these books. I can't put a pile, an ad about piles into a journal that's about winter. And then this one is how to take care of your feet. So, you know, for ladies, to take care of your feet so they're lovely looking. So there we go. That's, I've sort of got started. I don't want to get too much out because it's a little book. So, so let's get started opening it up at least, and we'll get a bit of work done today on this. And don't worry, I looked it up. It's not precious. In case anyone is landing here for the first time and thinking, oh, she's cutting up a precious book. It's not precious. It's not expensive. Trust me, if it was expensive, I'd have it on eBay and be auctioning it off to the highest bidder. It's going to have a happier life as somebody's happy journal. I don't want to cut through. I want to keep that spine. It's actually in quite nice condition. I can see the mole in there. There, that's better. This side is cooperating a bit better. So I hope you're all doing well. My cold is mostly gone, but like I said, the oh, I love when there's things in here. Wow. I think the stress of having the cold for so long, and I still do have a dry cough. I still have congestion when I lie down, which doesn't help. I'm getting bad night's sleep because I have sleep apnea, so I have to wear a CPAP machine. And a CPAP machine is very difficult to breathe with when you're congested. So, and I try to prop myself up, but anyhow. So the next part will be belly aching. Forewarning, if you want to flash forward a little bit and not listen to my belly aching. Anyhow, stressful things can really agitate my, I have a neuromuscular disorder called cervical dystonia, and it affects my spine and causes tremors. And actually, I can't wait till Thursday because I see my doctor on Thursday. I get Botox injections up and down my spine from right below my skull and even into the sides of my skull for migraines. But also because of the spine, I get injections all the way down my spine, right down to below where the ribs are. So pretty well level with my belly button. I guess you would say. I get Botox injections. They don't hurt. They use the tiniest little needles for Botox, but it makes a huge difference. So on Friday, and it's almost immediate, on Friday, oh, I am going to be a different woman working at this desk once I've had my Botox. Anyhow. All right, so let's see. If I only want 5, I wonder if I can take them out ahead of time. Usually I don't like to take apart the text block because I use it to help hold the book together, the cover together, while I'm working on it. But part of me loves to see, well, where am I at? 26 minutes. We know that one will work, so that's good. Let's see where Act 2 is. Act 1, Act 1, Act 1, Act 2. Oh, Act 2 is on this side, so I'm going to have to put 2 pages together. That's all right. Let's see Act 3. Act 3. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the same thing with this one. It's always nice when it's on the right side. Makes life easier. Act 4. Let's see where the first page for Act 4. Yeah, see, you're going to do it too. Where's Act 5? Scene 1 and 2. Oh, Act 5. There we go. Oh, so this is discussing it afterwards. Interesting. Okay. Act 5. Where's the first page? Please be on this side. Please be on this side. Act 5. Act 5. That's Act 4. Oh, I must have passed you. Act 4. Act 4. You're going to be on the other wrong side. Act 5. You're over here. Oh, well. Oh, well. Can't always have it the way we want it. I don't think I'm going to pull this back too far. Sometimes I pull the mull, what's under the mull, off. I don't think I'm going to until I decide whether I'm going to cover up these original end papers and maybe put some pretty papers in there. So there will be new things for you to see when we get together again next, and we'll choose some papers for the signatures. So thanks for joining me today. Printing office of the publisher. Let's put you in. Oh, you're a folio. All right. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for taking so long to get back to you. Usually if I'm away from my desk, unfortunately, it's because I can't sit at my desk for very long. Again, I hate to bellyache, but bellyaching is quickly becoming a part of my life with the challenges that I have, but I refuse to let them stop me from making journals. I'm just not making as many as I used to. So there we go. This will be the next journal. And you're going to let me know who should be on the cover, whether Catherine wins or whether she wins, or whether she wins. I'm leaning towards her. It says A.J. Hagnell. Oh, maybe the A could stand for Ada, because I have that little thing that says made for Ada. Ooh, maybe that will have decided it. Well, we'll see. Have a great day, and we'll get together soon. And I'll try and do more shorter videos and keep you up to as we're working through the book. All right, bye.